Welcome to East Atlanta Church, where ministry is made simple by Pastor Jéan L. Ward.
God always moves. I expected God to move. The numbers didn't look right when I first started. I apologized to Ben about a month ago because of poor marketing, dealing with what I was going through with my mother earlier this year. And I looked at it and I was in the point of saying, well, last year when I did my first one, numbers didn't look well and I was ready to throw the towel. About 2 weeks to it, I was like, do I need to cancel it? A week into it, do I need to cancel it? Because I want to be purposeful. So I thought about canceling. This year, it never entered into my mind to cancel. No doubt. I had larger churches that were telling me, Pastor, I want to come, but we have other things we have to do. We have a mission trip. We have this. We have that. Guys that I esteem and I love, and I knew that they would bring the support of their church, and they were like, no. They was like, I can't make it. I'm sorry. Guys that was going to bring 20, 30, 40 men. This came from 3 separate churches. I was like, I was dependent. God said you was dependent on who? I'm just like, who are you dependent on? Then I had one that was like, I'm coming, but I gotta leave, and I knew they bring in a bus load, and I was like, well, at least they bring in a bus load. They gonna come, they gotta leave, but at least they gonna be there. And he's like, okay, why you worry? So we got down there. That bus load didn't get there until later on, and they were leaving out, and I was just like, okay, what is the deal? But I believe God was gonna move. I knew God was going to move because I said, I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to stick to it. God, I'm going to stick with this until I see this thing through because I know something that's going to happen. And it brought me to the message today in 2 Kings chapter 2. It made me think about, everything that we got to do. Accomplishment should be the last thing we do. And everything that we have to do, accomplishment should be the last thing that we do. I know you may say, well, what do you mean by that, Pastor? Explain to me. Oftentimes, you heard me say this before, and that is, when we're looking for something, we always find that something in the last place that we look. And we find it strange, of course, I was looking for it. Guess what was the last place I looked? Well, yeah, it was the last place you looked because once you found it, guess what? You weren't looking anymore. Oh, Jesus, thank you. I need to stop. I can end this right now. Sometimes we're looking for things, and what you don't understand, once you found what you're really looking for, once you found the source, why do you keep looking only to be disappointed because you already got what you need? You're looking for something in people, you're looking for something in things, you keep searching and searching, and God is saying, it's right here, I already gave it to you, but you're still looking only to lead to disappointment, only to lead to hurt, only to lead to dissatisfaction and saying, I can't get what I need and what I want. And God is saying, you can, but you just don't know it because you keep walking away from it. See, you got to stick to it, to the accomplishment, because the problem is it's not that you're searching for something, it's that what you're searching for is what that something can give you. So it's not the something, it's the feeling. Did you get what I said? It's not the something, it's the feeling. And therefore, the feeling, what you're trying to grasp is accomplishment. But how can you know what accomplishment is unless you first know what your goal is? What is it you're trying to accomplish? I know, God, this was not what I wrote down. This was not what I wrote down. But work with me. Elijah, 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 1. The time had come for the Lord to take Elijah up to heaven in a whirlwind. Elijah and Elisha were traveling from Gilgal, and Elijah said to Elisha, "Stay here. The Lord is sending me on to Bethel." But Elisha replied, "As the Lord lives and you yourself live, I will not leave you." So they went to Bethel. Then the sons of the prophets who were at Bethel came to Elisha and said, "Do you know that the Lord will take your master away from you today?" He said, "Yes, I know. Shut up. Be quiet." Elijah said, "Elisha, stay here. The Lord is sending me to Jericho." But Elisha said, "As the Lord lives, and as you yourself live, I will not leave you." So they went on to Jericho. Then the sons of the prophets who were in Jericho came to Elisha and said, "Do you know that the Lord will take your master away from you this day?" He said, "I know. Shut up. Be quiet." Elijah said to him, "Stay here." Again, he said, "Stay here. Stay here. The Lord is sending me to Jordan." But Elisha said, "And as the Lord lives and as yourself live, I will not leave you." So the two of them went on a visit. 50 men from the sons of the prophets came and stood facing them from a distance while the two of them stood by the Jordan. Elijah took out his mantle, rolled it up, and he struck the waters which parted to the right and to the left. Then the two of them crossed over on dry land. After they had crossed over, Elijah said to Elisha, "Tell me what I can do for you before I am taken from you." Here's the purpose. So Elisha answered, "Please let me inherit a double portion of your anointing, of your spirit." Elijah replied, "You asked for something different. If you see me being taken from you, you'll have it. If not, you won't." He said, if you see the glory and you see what happens when God takes me up, then you can get what you asked for. But if you don't see me, you can't have it. As he continued walking and talking, a chariot of fire with horses, fire suddenly appeared and separated the two of them. Then Elijah went up into heaven in a whirlwind, and Elisha watched, and he kept crying out, my father, the chariots and the horsemen of Israel." Then he never saw Elijah again. He took hold of his own clothes and tore them into two pieces. Now, let's look at this. What we have here are two gentlemen that are traveling. They are both prophets of the Lord. One is an apprentice, one is the master, the teacher. And what happens here, Elisha has been walking with Elijah for years. He's been studying up on him for years. But it came a time that he realized that God was going to call him on. And he was going to walk into heaven, as the son have said. But what the thing is, what Elisha realized that there was something more important. It was something that he desired. He had something that he wanted from God, that he wanted to accomplish. So he had to be intentional. So the first thing you got to do is you have to be intentional. Intentional. You have to be intentional about your service. You have to be intentional about what you walk. Why is it so important to be intentional, Pastor? Because if you're not intentional, then you can be distracted. If you're not intentional, that means that you're going to start looking, once again, we're going to follow the lesser goal. It won't be the two. It was just that we'll be distracted by a lesser goal with a clearer path. There will be a clearer path to a lesser goal. What do you mean? Because many times what we're doing, what we're working for in life is so convoluted, and because there's so many things and obstacles, the road twists and it turns, and it goes up hills and down in valleys, and goes around and goes through, it goes up, goes down, it gets rocky, it gets smooth, it gets hot, it gets cold, it gets dry, it gets rainy, and what happens is sometimes when we're going through all that, we will see a clear path to something that make us feel a little better. You know, it's a whole lot easier for me to get a job and make some money and you know, maybe sacrifice a little bit to buy this car that I want to buy, versus go to college and get a degree and go to grad school and get a degree and get my doctorate and work and then start and be better off. See, the lesser goal And I'm not knocking who did, but the lesser goal for some of y'all that got distracted was just to go out into the workforce. You know? The lesser goal for some of us was to go out and sell drugs. The lesser goal for some of us was to go out there and sell your body. Oh, now don't look at me crazy when I say that, but understand, when you're looking for men and men that have money and you're trying to make sure you look appropriate for that type of man because of the fact of the lifestyle he can give you, then you are doing the same thing as the woman on the street. Don't get it twisted, sisters. The only difference, oh wait a minute, there is no difference. I was about to say something. Their only difference is the fact that they're out there on the street marketing because they're working numbers. You're trying to get the big hit. They're just doing it in a numbers game. They realize that 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you're looking for just that one. But at the end of the day, you're both ended up in the same place, unfulfilled. Because the accomplishment of what you really wanted, it was what the man had, not what the man offered. You wanted what he had. See, oftentimes we get people because we want what they have. But why do we want what they have? Remember this, that's the big thing, is we gotta be intentional, because intentional is gonna be the goal, and I'm gonna get back to that at the end. Because see, we gonna go through all of these things that we won't be intentional because we don't have a goal. Because before us having an accomplishment, we have to know what are we trying to accomplish. So we have to be intentional about the accomplishment. We see this right now, because why is it that Elisha is walking with Elijah all this way? Many of you, on the next thing, you will quit. When folk tell you somebody gonna leave you. The moment you see signs of somebody leaving you, even when someone tells you to leave them, you are so quick, you ain't got to tell me twice, I'm gone. Is that not the attitude that consists of most of us? Yes, it is. But what did he do? He said, you can't tell me to stay. He says, as long as God lives and you live, I'm going to be with you. And they weren't even married. We can't get married folk to have that kind of love. I ain't going to leave. As long as God lives, as long as you live, I'm going to be right here. As long as God lives, as long as you live, as long as God lives. And then, he had those naysayers. And here's the thing about it. Naysayers come from the church. It comes from people that call themselves prophetic, but are really pathetic. What Elijah was doing, he was making his final rounds, going to the schools, letting them know, listen, it's over. I love you. He was blessing them, doing his exit speech. And they were coming and listen, do you not know what's going on? He's going to leave you today. Basically, so you might as well hang with us, bro. Because he gone. We hear people telling us to leave all the time. And we hear that there's demons inside of us telling us to leave all the time. We hear all those things, people that we think are smart and better and prolific and tell us to leave all the time. But what we fail to realize is, why would you leave if you haven't fulfilled the accomplishment of what you're doing? You want me to leave and hang and be with you? I'm sorry, why am I going to leave and be with you? Do you realize who I'm walking with? I'm walking with Christ. You want me to leave Christ and settle down for this? You have to be out your raggedy mind. I know what you're seeing doesn't look like much. I know you see me, what you see me, it doesn't seem like it's great to you. But at the end of the day, what I'm looking for is gonna be so great, you're gonna look upon me and be like, oh wow, now I get it. But that's only gonna come when you stay the course and you don't take no for an answer. Even if you got to sit there in silence, sometimes you just got to shut up and follow, shut up and walk, shut up and do, but be stern about it. Don't get distracted. Don't allow for destruction, because when people talk, they're causing destruction in your life. Don't listen to those that try to detour you. Don't. Because see what happens, you gotta remember, even Elijah told him to stay here. He didn't get to do it right. Sometimes you got people who you're working with, they try to even sit you down. But if you know what your purpose is and what God called you to do, then you just keep going. You gotta do it in silence though. Don't destroy them, don't distract them, but if you just gotta be, okay, I'm going. Now, you said your piece and keep walking. I can imagine that the whole thing, they would be walking together. Elijah would be telling him, listen, just stay here. He's like, no, I'm coming with you. And even if he had to follow him from afar, he was probably walking right there with him, every step away, every step away. He was right there. And I'm sure Elijah's like, why is this kid still, you know what? Okay, whatever. Because Elijah said, I can't allow you following me to hinder my destination. That's the other side. Some of us, we get worried about people who are following us, and we stop what we're doing because we're like, I need you to let go. And they're like, listen, you still got to do what you got to do. But then the thing is, when it all came down, you got to say what you want. But to say what you want, you got to know what you want. What are you doing this for? What's your purpose? You can never accomplish anything without first knowing what it is you want to accomplish. See, had Elijah asked him earlier what it is he wanted, then he would have understood why he wouldn't leave. You get that? He would have understood. Because what did he say? He said, I want a double portion of your anointing. I want what you got. 2 times over. And what did he tell him? He said, but the only way you're going to get this is if you see me go on in heaven. He said, but if you don't, you can't have it. But here's the thing. The other part of it is, what if Elisha had turned around and stopped back at Jericho? What would have happened? He would have never gotten it because he would have never known the instructions, and he would not even been there to see him go, would he? But we're so busy saying, they said stop, I don't stop. They said do this, I'm gonna do this. Fine, boo, you can have that. No. You gotta be purposeful. I'm sorry. Sometimes you gotta be like that little dog. You know that little dog that was rolling in the neighborhood and was walking, and he ran up to you and you was like, you petted him a little bit, okay, now go on your way. And you walking, you go home now, go home. He's like, you got something I want. And that dog follows you home. You gotta be that way. You gotta, you got what I want. I'm going home with you. Because I saw your spirit. I love your spirit. You got something I want. I'm gonna jump in the car with you. I'm gonna go with you because I know there's something about you that I need to get from you. And I won't leave, I won't go nowhere until I get it from you. But some of y'all are so busy trying to run other places else, but then you don't even know what you want. Remember, DMX said a song, what you really want from my brother? What you really want? So we miss that because we don't know what we want. So how can we be purposeful in answering for answer to our request if we don't know? But immediately you notice, unless you're like Elisha, turn around and say, listen, I want what you have. And when he crossed over Jordan, I'm saying the last thing he did was cross over Jordan. Jordan, was a symbolization of death. That's the last thing. Jordan, your trouble spot. Jordan is that place where it always going to make a break. And I'll be gone. Jordan is that symbolization. Remember, Jordan also, the waters that cover the earth all flow into Jordan. And it shows that whole thing, symbolizes the whole thing of the crossover pattern of Christ did when he crossed over death into life. See, some of y'all are scared and you stop at Jordan because you're afraid to cross over. You get to your trouble spot and you die right there. You don't realize there's life on the other side. You die right here. You look at everything you've done wrong. You look at everything that you failed. You look at everything that's happened. And you die right here. You don't know how you're gonna cross this river. I don't have a boat. I can't swim. How do you want me to do this? God said, let me be God and you watch what happens. And shut up when you with people that know how to cross it. One thing I love about Elisha, he didn't question. He was like, boss, how we gonna cross this river? And he was like, listen, I'm following this man. This at the end. This is not the end. Not for me, at least. But then, we have to be purposeful with the answer to our request. What do you mean by that? Why do you want what you want? Why do you want what you want? Why do you want to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish? Why? Can you answer that? See, most of us can't. I want it because I want to be great. I want it because I want people to know my name. I want it because I want to feel fulfilled. Let me explain something to you. Feeling fulfillment doesn't come because of what you're doing. Feeling fulfillment comes from being purposeful in what you're doing. It doesn't come for doing what you're doing. It's about being purposeful. That's why y'all can't, you all feel still empty when you do something. Because it wasn't purposeful. See, a friend of mine always asks me when I do things, one of my friends, Pastor Miller, will always ask me, well, what does success look like? What does success look like? How many of y'all in your marriages have ever asked what a successful marriage looks like? If you're real with yourself, most of you find out that you have one. I want somebody who's going to love me. I want to be able to make sure that, I feel secure. Okay, first of all, security comes from God, not from me. Love comes from God, not from me. I want somebody that's going to make me feel special. Once again, you have to feel special about yourself. You see how we always put things on everybody else? But we got to have it for ourselves. Because if we don't have it for ourselves, then we can't give it. Because here's the reason why. The purpose for everything what we get and do of accomplishment is not even for us. Why? Because you look down in 13, it says, Elisha picked up the mantle that had fallen off of Elijah and went back and stood by the bank of Jordan. And then he took the mantle of Elijah and had dropped it and struck it on the waters. He did the exact same thing. He said, I want to make sure because I know I got this. He took it off, he popped that water, and the Jordan parted. And he realized that day that God has me, and I can watch this. I can make my troubles separate from itself. See, you can make your troubles separate from yourself, from itself. And you can cross over. And it says, and when the sons of the prophets of Jericho were facing him, saw him, they said, the spirit of Elijah rests on Elisha. They came to meet him and bowed down to the ground in front of him. The sons of the prophets of Elisha, since there are 50 strong, and watch as he goes on, they're 50 strong with his servants. Please, they said, let us go and find your master. And Elisha says, you don't need to go. You don't need to find him. Because they couldn't understand. He said, maybe it dropped them off on the other side of the mountain. He says, no, they kept persisting. And he says, fine, go ahead. He got tired. They went on. They came back. And they said, we didn't find him. He says, I could have told you that. And then they were saying, but we got a problem. He says, even though our Lord can see the city's location is good, the water is bad and the land unfruitful. He replied, bring me a new bowl, put salt in it. And after they had brought him, Elisha went out into the spring water, threw the salt in it, and said, this is what the Lord says, I have healed this water. No longer will death or unfruitfulness result from it. Therefore the waters remain healthy to this very day, according to the word that Elisha spoke. Now watch this. He was accomplished. He said, I will give you living water. But his whole purpose of accomplishment to receive it wasn't for him to be great and bow down to. It was for him to do the work of the Lord. What is it that you're seeking? Is it purposeful for God? Or is it just something meaningful to you? Is it purposeful? Is it meaningful? Or is it just feeling? It makes you feel good. And remember, emotions, they come and go. The greatest thing we got to look at is why we purpose. What is it? Why do we do what we do? Christ realized there was a time that he had to follow. And there was a time he had to cross over death. But then he said, I will leave with you, and I will give you living water, that you will be fruitful forever and live forever. So what are we trying to do? Are we trying to be purposeful? Or are we just trying to fulfill a feeling? If what you're seeking is not that to bless the kingdom, then what you're seeking is not good at all. If your marriage isn't seeking to bless people, to show people what love is, to speak life into people, then what is it for? If you're working, you're on your job, and you're not there, and you're not blessing people and showing the goodness of Christ and loving people and letting people see who God is, and what are you doing it for? See, the job is just a byproduct. The work is to be evangelizing. If you don't go out every day with the intentionality of saying, how can I serve you, God, over fulfilling myself? Because God said, what are you looking for? Because if you don't have it none whatsoever, then you haven't found Christ yet. You thought you did, but you ain't found it. You know what I mean by that is you have not opened up your heart to it. Love and hate cannot abide in the same household. Despair, it can't be there. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Everybody that's watching. This is good. People are gonna challenge the theology on this. They're not gonna like it, but it's okay. The Bible says be slow to anger. If you can have wrath and anger in your heart for more than 5 hours, then God is not there. 5 meaning dealing with grace. So if grace is not set in your heart in 5, God is not there. If you notice Christ, even though he was slow to anger, he quickly got over it. He said what he had to do and he made peace. And I mean letting it go. And that means you can walk back into that situation again and you're like, I don't care, I'm fine. Hey, y'all the ones that tried to shoot me yesterday. I know, it's all right. It's all good. How you doing? You want to get something to eat? Oh, you the one that put the knife in my back and twisted it? Well, yeah, I'm healed. I'm fine. I'm good. I still love you, coming, bro. I got people that have stabbed me in my back and done things, and I still deal with it. Why? Because it ain't about them. See, my fulfillment isn't about them. I forgive them. Christ said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know who I was. And some of them were prophets, and they were teachers, and they were looking at, and they saw, and they didn't know. They didn't know. They kept telling me to stop. They didn't know. They said, don't go no further, Jéan. They didn't know. They said, he gonna leave me. They didn't know. They didn't know. They don't know. They don't know what I know. And if you gotta question me, then you don't know what I know. Because if you're still trying to figure out what I know, it's not even about what I know, it's about who I know. And that's Jesus. And I'm good. I'm good. So I can have peace in the midst of a storm. Like I said earlier, I can look at a retreat where I got half of what I did last year, but know that God is going to move. I had a young man, and we don't talk about what happens in our bonfires, but I had a young man that shared, and he was talking about, he was good, and he was this, and he was that, and how God does this, and how he has the gift to do this, and he's slick about it, he's smooth about it, and how people were saying he was wise about it, and here's he thought the last thing he was going to end with, he said, I guess I don't have nothing to take away from this. Y'all ask what I'm going to take away? I just want to share with you what I did and what God was, and I don't have anything to take away from it. And then he pauses and says, but I guess I can take away the fact that I don't know all I think I know. He said, I guess I can take that, I need to be more humble. I can take away that I don't really know Christ like I should. None of the men there, we all saw the arrogant spirit on the young brother because that was all of us. No one said a word. Why? Because we knew what the Holy Spirit would do when God moves. And then instantly, he knew what humility was. When he saw grown men that went from being millionaires to being homeless. He met so many men and so many things. We all did. But the bottom line is we realize we lose things because we weren't purposeful for Christ. Many of y'all have never gained the success that you're supposed to have because of the fact that you have not let go of trying to protect yourself. Because you don't want nobody to make a fool out of you. Guess what? The Bible says don't call no man fool. Well, some of y'all are foolish. If you got animosity, hate, anger, disdainment, if you don't, I'm going to just put it this way, if you don't bring joy when you come around people all the time, or at least 90% of the time, check yourself. Check yourself. And the best thing you can do, what I love, what it says, when Elijah went up, what he did is he ripped his clothes. So he realized it was a symbolization, just like a crest. I'm tearing out of this old me into a new. Some of y'all are still walking around like Clark Kent. You can't be Clark Kent and Superman. You can't be Wonder Woman and whatever her name was, Diana. You can't. If you notice, they're one way, and another way, another time. But you can't. But the funny part about it is, even with all superheroes, their goodness even prevails through their costume, through their mask. What's prevailing on you? You want to get accomplished? Find Christ. Be purposeful. And once you have him, stop looking. Amen? Amen. Let us sing.